to do and understand what they have to do, and they know what they have to do, and they are able to implement it because they are able to understand that this game is a long-term game. The moment you understand that this game is not an instant noodle, is not something you start now and start making the money immediately, you tend to get it right in the business. So the number one thing you need to understand and get right in the business, just like Sheyi has rightly said during our presentation, is to have a long-term game. And this business actually thrives in not actually, this actually a one-way, it's not a one-off thing, whereby you decide that this is what is working and it will work. Just like Tony used to tell me each time we have a conversation and I tell him that this thing is working, this is what I noticed, this is what I noticed, will this be possible? He will always say that, okay, try it, let's see. So in marketing, in online business, you have to have the observer to absorb failures and trials, because there's no actually one thing that works. What works for Sheyi might actually not work for you, and what works for me might not work for Sheyi. There was a time in the group that they are talking about someone is copying my thing, someone is doing this. Actually, if you copy someone's advert or you copy someone's work, it doesn't mean that the person is going to get the results you are actually going to, you are going to get the result the person is actually getting, because you don't understand, you don't know the bottom line of him coming up with that system. So you might even see what is converting or what is giving someone results, and you copy it, and at the end of the day, you get no results. So that said, so what actually works, as for me, what I do is I have two funnel system which I use, which is the normal double pre-sale funnel, whereby you create a content. So you move the prospect from the online space to an opt-in page. So from the opt-in page to the landing page. And I also use this funnel, quiz funnel also. So those are the two funnels I'm using. So you move the affiliate, you move the prospect from the online space to the opt-in page, from the opt-in page to the landing to the lead page. To the lead page is to the lead page. So, and from that lead page, one thing I've noticed and I've learned from the super affiliates that I follow is that normally Tony recommend you put the link of your products on the lead page after logging, after opting in. So, but what I've learned is that for you to be able to follow up and to create the needed bond with your prospects, you ask them, you direct them to where they are possibly going to get that information, maybe in your email or your WhatsApp. So that actually creates the bond. And most times when they reach out to you on WhatsApp, there's one thing that you need to, there are some people that will contact you and them they are contacting you is not actually to maybe strengthen the conversation. They just want to see what you have to offer. They just want to see what you have to offer while they leave. So so anybody that contacts me on my WhatsApp, so I'm using WhatsApp and email. So I follow up on WhatsApp while also on email. So anybody that contacts me on WhatsApp, if you are not following, I ensure that I'm always in control of the conversation with my prospects. So I don't allow them to dictate what to do for me. So I stand tall on my directive, and I don't communicate, I don't explain to them. So you just need to go and watch the video. If you are not watching the video, you are not getting the information. So because there are some people, they'll just bombard your WhatsApp. So with that, you just discover that you have useless people on qualified affluent prospects on your WhatsApp list. And you know WhatsApp, you have a limited number of people to have on WhatsApp. So it's always better you have people who are quality, who are actually interested, who are actually ready to know, who are curious to have the information you have to offer. If you are not giving me your name, I'm not adding you, and I'm not giving you the video. I'm not giving you the link to the video. So if you are not doing what I asked you to do, so you are not getting the video, you are not getting the information. So I stand tall on my so you ask me a question that is already answered in the video. I ask you, haven't you seen the video? You've seen it. Then the information, what you're asking me is there. So, and also the bottom line is just that you just stand tall and make them let them see you as someone that is let them see you as someone that's, as in, let them see you as an authority and someone that they just need to abide by and dance to his tune for them to have what they actually need and what they are interested in. So, and also when Sheyi has also said it, you don't allow your funnel to dry. So each time, each day, so you just ensure enough people are coming in, making inquiry and asking about the question, about what you have to offer. And while selling, you try and make use of these 6 things, talking about their wants, needs, desire, the fear of losing, frustration, and some of the problems. Like some of the frustration people, as in some of people share with you, as in some of the prospects, and like, I've submitted my application with an agent has done this to me, blah 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 blah. So you now put it on your status in your email to resell to them and see them the reason why they need. Also, I try as much as possible to present the Japa system as a training course that turns you to an agent yourself. So it gets you to understand the clarity of what you need to actually do even before you start. So you will be able to predict your chances. So I present Japa system as an educational material. It shows you directly, okay, will you rather prefer spending 40,000 naira to get Japa system, or you go to an agent and spend 100,000 naira, and at the end of the day, you end up being frustrated. So, or you end up going to an agent who will possibly give you a fake document. Why don't you, okay, you want to use an agent. agreed, you have a busy schedule, you have a busy time. Okay, but don't you think it's best for you to understand the process so you can interview the agent and know that the agent actually knows what he's saying? So these are some of the things, some of the values you put across. So the frustration, the fears, what they stand to lose, what they stand to gain. So how where they are going is. So the problems, I mean, some of the problems, okay, the reasons why they need to create create reasons. Maybe an instance, okay, I have an instance whereby one of my contents, one of my advert content was a story of a visa applicant whom an agent used a false information for, and at the end of the day, the man was refused the visa. So now the man has been has completed at the embassy, so he can't change the information again. So now, instead of you being in that position, so why can't you just take your time to understand the process and know what you stand to gain and stand to lose if you go into employing an agent blindly? So, and also you try and I try as much as possible to monitor my metrics, as in what is working, what is not working. So you just keep trying, see what is working, improving on them. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm using WhatsApp and email marketing. So when I got started in with this Japa system, initially I started with WhatsApp only. So over time, so I upgraded to including the email marketing. So one thing about this business that most people don't understand is that this business is just like every other business. You need money, but it's not mandatorily you start with money. Just like I told you now, I started with WhatsApp marketing. And over time, I upgraded to email. So you need to be able to understand that for you to make money, you need to put money. And the more money you put into the business, the more money you make. So I started the email marketing stuff, and I gave myself a 90 days game. I drew a 90 days game plan. So, and what I did was that, okay, I made up my mind that, okay, I'm going to set a 90 days sequence, email sequence. I didn't even set up to 90 days before the business stabilizes. So, and I couldn't, so I just left the sequence there. I think, was it not on day 60 something? So why I just follow up with others. So WhatsApp also makes, just like I'm sure virtually everybody knows, that WhatsApp makes the business makes the conversion much more flexible and go haywire. So because the WhatsApp makes the bond and create the bond and easy communication for between you and your prospects. So that's basically what I'm doing. So, and the bottom line is just your mindset, and don't have an instant noodles game plan that is within, okay, I've generated 100 leads, I've not made sales. No, it doesn't work that way. And how I usually used to have that also initially, but over time I I I got to know one thing about list building. So I used to hear list building, list building, list building. My first breakthrough in the business was with Canada relocation with Victor Ola. So building that business, building that, selling that product that time, I had close to 50,000 leads. And with that 50,000 leads, I was able to sell over 500 of the product. I think I think that was within 90, I think within about, I think 6 months or thereabouts. So, but that time it was email marketing strictly. So we haven't, this WhatsApp marketing hasn't come into the game that time. So Tony was telling me to keep the leads, but I was looking at the back end that this money that Aweber is collecting from me every month, these people will collect all the money, and these people are not buying, as in I already. So, but later when I understand the game, that the game strive and go haywire with the number of leads you have. So the game, the business is a game of number, and how long you are able to nurture and build the relationship and the bond that will allow them to trust you, know you, and like you, as in build the KLT. There are some people that within 90 days, okay, this is how I got to know it. He said he had a friend who revealed the secrets of a list building to him. Is this coach is called Caleb O'Dowd. He's a top affiliate, top internet marketer, a protege of this man, this legend. I think along the line, when I remember. So the guy said 50% of every prospect that contacts you buys, as in our potential buyers are actually let's say you build a list of 1,000. So that means in your list of 1,000, you have a prospective 500 people who are going to buy that particular product. But out of that 50%, out of that 500, only 15% are the set of people who are actually going to buy within the first 90 days, which is the number of people that, let's say, all of us here now are selling this no Azun and just Canada Japa system. So the same people, the same set of people on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever where you are promoting is who everybody are promoting to. So there are some people, like now, I have some people like yesterday and today. I made a sale from someone who has been on my list since February. He just bought yesterday. Someone also bought today. He has been on my list since April. So now imagine, from that time to this time, I didn't even have quit the game. So definitely those two sales will definitely go to someone else. So only 15% of those potential 500 that you have on your list are the ones that are going to buy within 90 days, which are what 99.9% of all marketers are after. That let me sell, let me sell, let me sell, let me sell. Why the remaining 85% will buy between the 3 months and the next 16 months, I mean 18 months rather, 1.5 years. I think that's 18 months. So whoever that can stay long, that can absorb the shock absorber in the game are the ones that win. So if you look at the percentage now, you have only 15%. So that 15% are the set of people that virtually 99.9% people are after. Why the remaining 85% goes to the 0.1% that remains in the game, that nurture them, that gives value, that build the know, like, and trust factor. So if this is just a simple principle and understanding that if you can try as much as possible to put into practice, it might be difficult at the initial stage. Nothing good comes easy. I think I've been in this game because this thing I'm telling you today is what I've paid a big price for years because each time I've had the opportunity to have one-on-one with Toyin like up to even 6 to 7 times, if I'm not right, that you have to call me for personal coaching. But I used to say list building. But until when I understand these concepts, until when I get this breakdown, that I was able to actually understand that, okay, this is actually how this thing works. In as much as you don't have a quick mindset, as in a get rich quick mindset, you create a long-term game, and you are able to try. If you are building a business, just set aside. Let's say if it's just 50,000 that you're starting with, put that 50,000 aside. Use it to build the business over time before you start going into it. Because this thing, I've made millions, and when I made the money, so I just spend the money with the hope that that money is still coming back. So it's not until when you understand that this is just like any other business, as in any other buying and selling business, that okay, you have to create a capital. You have to create a capital for it. So that's okay, this is my capital, this is the money I'm making. Okay, this the amount that is going to business, this amount that I'm using to run my business, this is the amount I'm generating. So you just run this thing as a normal day-to-day buying and selling business, or as a normal business that you do, that okay, this is my capital for running the business, and this is my profit, this is the amount I have to sell. And because by the time, if you look at the millions, the hundreds of thousands you are making, hoping that it will just come like that, you just discover, like when I was building that 50,000 leads, I think I was building them like 10 cents to a lead or less, at the average of 7, 8, 9, 10 cents to a lead then. So after quitting the business for a while and coming back, so it was that same result that I was looking at to get. But at the end of the day, as I was trying to, unknown to me that the cost per lead acquisition has increased. So I didn't know. So I was just struggling. So moving from one to another. So before I could know, everything has gone back to zero. And consistency also matters most in business. If you want to promote this Japa system, stay on it long enough, or which I think Sheyi also have talked about it earlier. So stay in it long enough and measure your metrics to know what all these things are in the 72 IG. You just need to try as much as possible to go through the course, read it, and then study it, and don't just decide as you want to watch it, or you want to watch for you want to go through it for going sake or something. So it's a training on its own, and it's a training on its own. It's a training that you just need to study and possibly master every bit of the statement Tony made in that course for you to get, and you should be able to absorb failure. So you need to test, see what is working for you, look at what will work, try so many things. So I think hello, am I still on?
Yeah, on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so try so many things and don't see failure at the end of it. When you are starting, or okay, when Sheyi increased the price of the Japa system, for like 3 months, I was stuck trying to see what will work, how it's going to work, because the price that the product was when I started promoting it, so people were resistant of it, like, no, it's too much. So I need to redefine my audience. That, okay, this set of people, and Tony used to say something, it's not about you getting leads, but people that have the capacity, that can afford what you have to buy, and you have to communicate in their language. That's where the research issue comes in. As for me, I'm a travel agent. Not that I'm a travel agent per se like that, but I actually know virtually everything about traveling, because I've been in that field, because I have people around me. So I have people around me that does the business, that does the travel packaging and the stuff. So I get involved in it. I know how they run things. I know their weak point. I know their selling point. I know how they punch their victims and the rest. So the knowledge and the understanding of the products, the level of your understanding of the products also speaks volume on the level of sales you generate. So that will help you to be able to understand how to create your follow-up, and where you create the desire, the 6 elements I mentioned earlier, which are wants, needs, desire, the fear, their frustration, and the problems. So that's where the work of research comes into play. So, and most people when they reach out to me, my adverts virtually sells whoever that reach out to me almost 70 to 80%. So what is left is just for them to just see what I have to offer, because the positioning I've put myself in the adverts is already a top notch for them to see me as someone. Because when I read the comments I have there, thank you, God bless you, this is mind blowing, this. So research also goes a long way. So the level of your knowledge level on the products So go online, go to all these. I think we have so many, and we have a unique selling point also. You need to have a unique selling point. I noticed some people, most affiliates make this mistake. Now Sheyi has 2 products, but you are confusing your prospects with it. You invited them to reach out to you on study, but now you are telling them about express entry at the same time. So maybe they are already making up their mind on the express entry. It's another thing if you want to sell the 2 products at the same time. So there is another positioning that you are going to put yourself that will make them, or else, like my own case now, I'm selling the Japa system strictly, and I've also sold like few copies of the express entry. And how I sell it is basically them asking me, is there no other route? So you give them the express entry. Not that the way you are bombarding them with the express entry, you're also bombarding them with the study routes. So you get them confused. Most of them don't understand all these things. And by the time you bombard them with everything, the whole thing looks complex to them. And they see that I can't do this thing. I can't do this thing on my own. It's not possible. So the only people I now focus selling the express entry to my buyers list, those that have already bought the Japa system from me now. So it's easy for me to now introduce the express entry system to them. So, okay, the express entry system, you can do it alongside the Japa system. So the two processing can go hand in hand without each other, without either contradicting, without one contradicting the other. So that's also one area where I'm sure so many people are making a lot of mistakes. So you have to be focused. So if you want to sell the express entry, face the express entry. If you want to sell the 2, there's another positioning you are going to put yourself for you to be able to sell the 2. Not that you ask them to contact you for express entry, and when you introduce express entry to them, and the following morning, you are telling them about the Japa system. So, and not that the Japa system, and the following morning, you are telling them express entry. The Japa system alone, or the express entry, is already complex for so many people already. Because by the time they go through, at least I have someone who bought the Japa system from me yesterday. What she's telling me now is, I need the professional service. So now imagine that person. And now imagine that person, she hasn't actually really gone deep into the study of the Japa system. Just by glancing through it and having the idea that, with this thing, without being able to face it, I need the professional service. So now imagine before I've now introduced the express entry to the person again. So the process, some people, most of the you do WES, you do IELTS, you do this, you do this, you do that, all those terminologies, all those exams, all those, most people haven't heard, they don't know about it, they don't know anything about it before. But by you telling them IELTS and WAS, you do this verification, you get transcripts, you do this, you do everything, they lose hope, they lose interest. So that's also another area where I've noticed some affiliates are missing out, and at the end of the day they are hurting their sales. So I think that's all I have to offer. Or if there's any area you think I've not I've not touched. Maybe.
Okay, Dr. Thank you very much, very much. We'll have a section for asking questions so people can ask and then you can clarify.
Okay.
But I just hope people were taking notes. I mean, this is a learning opportunity, and I have see my notes. I have plenty notes from what Dr. just said. So, I mean, if you didn't take notes, then I'm wondering, have a book for your affiliate marketing business. Have a book. Like I have a book. If my table, if you look at my table, it's filled with books. One book is for expert surgery, one book is for Japa system, one book is for marketing, one book is for jotting. So you need to have that. But I wanted to point out a few things from what Dotun said. The thing about standing tall and being firm with your prospects. I'm telling you, Dotun, he even chastises me a lot on this. He will be like, no, Marashe, be firm, take charge. So that taking charge is so important because I see a lot of athletes, you are over-petting these prospects. You're over-petting them.
Yeah, excuse me. Let me come in from that area. So many questions that people ask in that group. This is the issue. You are not an agent. You are not an agent. What you are doing is that you are giving them information for them to be able to do it. They'll be asking you some questions. I just feel I can remember one or two. They can ask questions, quite all right. But what they need to know, okay, they want to travel. Okay, the information they need to know is that, okay, what does it require for you to travel? You need to get an admission and you need to process your visa. How do you get admission is inside the Japa system. How do you get your visa is inside the Japa system. You are not the one to tell them that you are qualified, you are not qualified, you are this, you are that. That's what you are selling. Not that you answer all the questions for them. At the end of the day, they won't still buy. They will pester you. They know me. The moment you ask me on irrelevant question or the question that perceives that you've not gone through the video, haven't you seen the video? That's just the question I'll ask you. So some of them will be prompt to, okay, I'm not, okay, B. This is the link. Go and watch it. It takes you only just 30 minutes. So you just create a logic behind it. Okay, will you rather spend 30 minutes to get the right information you need, or you spend 100,000 going to an agent who will tell you this? Some of the frustration these people go through, you share it on your status. Take for example, there was this guy who okay, he has applied in US. I used to tell them that you don't lie in your application. So, and don't allow an agent to tell you. I have so many agents on my list, so I know that they are agents. Still yet, and I've got some of them to so many of them have bought the Japa system because the positioning I get them to see that even themselves they will say, this guy has, there's something special about this Japa system. So I think there is one that ordered the Japa system from me, and Sheyi told the guy that, okay, the guy wants to be using Sheyi as a middle person, whereby you will be taking agent his client to Sheyi, and Sheyi replied the person that any person that she's to attend to, we have to get the Japa system. Again, I'll tell you that that's rubbish and that's craziness. And what does she mean that everybody have to reach out to her? I just kept mute. You want to use that to make millions, but you can't sacrifice 40,000 to get her attention. So there's this guy. So he has already applied in Australia embassy. I think he was refused in Australia embassy, I think US like 2 times or 3 times. So he now went to Canada now. Canada now is Canada. So when he was asked in the application if he had already applied to any embassy before, the guy said no in the application. So, and I've already educated my audience that you don't lie in your application. I gave them the 5 top countries that you don't like, any mistake you made, I've created that fear in them. If you've made any mistake in any of these embassies, if you try to apply again, you have to carry that information. So most of them are aware. So the guy was, okay, so the guy now applied to Canada. So Canada now sent him a letter that you are asked if you have applied to any embassy before, you said no. But our research revealed to us that you applied to Australia embassy in so years. You applied to US embassy so year. So how come? Can you defend this on or before 14 days? So that was the letter, that was the mail that the guy received from the Canadian embassy. So the guy was confused. He was like, hello, boss. What can I do? What will you do? You are smelling ban. There's nothing to do to this. This is ban already. Can you defend it? And now said, you went to an agent. You went to an agent. So you went to manipulate your information. So so I now posted it to my status again. So the guy screenshotted that area, that letter, that paragraph where the Canadian embassy quoted the date and the reason why, and he should reply, blah blah blah. So I now posted it on my status that, okay, if you think, okay, this is a typical example of what I'm saying. Once you allow an agent to manipulate your information, or you go blindly to an agent and he did rubbish to your application, see a typical example. So everybody can see, so they can read. They can see that, they were like, are you sure? How come? How do they know? I've applied, we didn't still have information. I applied to Germany before, and this is what they said. I applied to that week. I saw like 20 Japa system. Within 48 hours of posting that that frustration or problem of the prospect. So you just need to position yourself so well, and you don't stand tall, don't take rubbish, and don't let them see you as an helper, someone that is trying to help them. So don't let them see you as someone desperate to actually sell. So if you don't, that's the more reason why I'm telling Shay that she doesn't have to just be visible to everybody. Most of my audience know me that they can't get across to Sheyi, or else they get the Japa system. If you don't get the Japa system, there's no way you can get across to her. So they see her as a go-to. I'm not the one handling your application or guiding you. Sheyi is the one guiding you. But for you to see her, if you want to see a doctor, won't you pay a consultancy fee? So the only thing I can do, okay, you have any question, ask me. I can relay it to her. Not that you just bombard me with unnecessary questions or get the Japa system. Japa system will educate you. At least it will position you. You will know your chances yourself. Not that an agent will tell you that something is possible, whereas it's not possible. So position the Japa system as an educational, as a tool that they can use themselves to understand their situation, that, okay, this thing I want to do is possible. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Dotson. So we're going to open, like I'm going to be opening the floor so that people can ask questions. But like I was saying, don't be desperate. That's the long and short of it. People can smell desperation. People come to me, I always tell them the question they're asking, the answer is inside the Japa system. Like if you come and say, say, I heard that there's loan, or there's loan, how can I get loan? So after admission, you can get loan. What are the organizations? What are the requirements? Is inside the Japa system.
Exactly.
That is my answer. I will do the basics. I will answer you the basics in order not to be rude. But any other deeper question, it's inside the Japa system. So sometimes when I see some questions on the group, I always ask, is this a prospect or a client? So sometimes the question is too deep for a prospect. What is the prospect asking you this kind of thing? You understand? This is not a question. Tell them that in order to get this information, they need to get that educational training, like Dr. said. Position it as a training that will guide them. Even if they wanted to use an agent, they will have the information. And then another thing he said I want to point out is this issue of storytelling. Do you understand? Japa system is not something that you just push down people's throats. You need to use storytelling. You need to use people's experiences. Some of the things I post on my Twitter and I post on my status is from people telling me. People have been telling me how their spouse are not supportive, and that's why I posted that spouse. Get the support of your spouse. So from there, I know what people's frustrations are, what the problems are. You address that in your status post. You address that in your information. I wish I could have time to write more stories. Just I don't have time. That's the problem. If you can write little stories, post it on your status, post it on your email, respond that. People relate to story a lot. So let me tell you about Emeka's experience, or Linda, or somebody. Use a name, Chukudi. That's why sometimes I'm posting on my Twitter, I post to Chukudi or to Mabel. Call someone's name. It's more relatable. Okay, so if you want to ask question, somebody already asked a question, Dr. So if you want to ask a question, you can either raise your hand or you can put it in the chat. We'll call you. So, Dr. Somebody asked, what are the specific strategies you are using to increase sales conversion, sir? It's part of all the things that Dr. has said now. Yeah, it's part of all the things that he has. It's a combination of everything: the funnel, the way you position yourself as an authority, your lack of desperation, the way you follow up. That is how you increase. And then the understanding that this is a marathon. This is not noodles.
Not instant noodles.
Not almost like when they said that. It's not instant noodles 2 minutes. Do you understand? It's a marathon. Do you understand? The person might not buy from you. I have people that have come to me and said, I've been following you for months. I've been following you. I've not said one word, but I want to buy now. That is it. I've not seen this person before. They just sent a message and said, I've been following for months. I'm ready to buy. Do you understand? And I didn't even know that this person was following or checking you out. So people are checking you out. People even want to see sometimes if you are consistent, and that's the consistency. They want to see if the Japa system is even a real thing, or it's something that will soon die. So you need to be consistent and know that this is for the long run. Okay, somebody's asking another. I have this problem. About 20 of my clients will show this seriousness to purchase the Japa system. Some will even ask for a link to pay. When I send them the link, they won't buy or get back to me. Even when I reach out to them, ask how far, they don't reply. Some lie that they have bought. It happens to me too. You understand? I will allow the to answer, but it happens to me. I send people link, they don't buy. It's the same thing you're asking. How are you asking me for link and you're not buying? Sometimes, it's psychology. Sometimes you can ask for link, but when it comes to put the money, it will be hard. It happens to me too. I want to buy something. When I get to put in my credit card, I'm like, am I buying or am I not buying? So you need to give them time. If you reach out to someone, they don't answer, give them time. Later, ask after them, how are you? How is your family? Don't even talk about Japa system. How is your family? I just wanted to reach out and see how you're doing. And we even wonder why you did not even ask them about that Japa system. They are the ones that might even come back and say, hey, that's your Japa system. Don't always be selling. Show that you care. Okay?
That's just it.
Okay, so James, you have your hand raised. I'm going to ask you to unmute, and then you can ask your question.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Unmute yourself.
unmute yourself, please, James. Okay.
I believe I'm good right now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I must sincerely thank you and Mr. Dalton. If I did not pronounce it, pardon me, sorry.
No problem.
I'll just
So,
find you $50, 50 Canadian dollar.
no
Okay, go
problem.
on.
So I love how you present it. I love your presentation, even from Seyi to the Mr. Dalton. I love how you present it. Thank you very much. And this presentation is also an opportunity for us that are just newly in the system to understand how building list, because the central thing here is building list. When you talk about the 50,000 list, I was shocked because I did not believe that someone in that group, someone that is promoting Japa system has built a 50,000 list. But I was shocked. So thank you. No, not on Japa, but on the other product of Victor. I know that shows an expertise in the field of relocation products. Thank you. So the simple question I have, which is very simple, but somehow is important to me, is which of the platform, is it only on Facebook that you generate leads? Which of the platform apart from Facebook did you use in generating leads?
This is it. It's not a matter of platform. What the issue is just that you just need to be an expert on one. There's no platform that doesn't have, every platform have its advantage and disadvantages. So all you just need is just to master one and go all out with it. So as for me, Facebook still have the highest, as in the easiest channel to generate leads. Although some people still claim that the leads on the platform are not quality and not blah, 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 blah. It all depends on how you position your content. That's where the issue of positioning and the link selling point comes in place. And one area where most marketers get it wrong is that everybody wants to relocate, but not everybody can afford the relocation, whatever. So you need to put your content, you need to narrow down your audience, that okay, who are the exact people that you are actually looking at. I have my own unique selling points and my target audience on the platform. So, and I know what I've put into consideration before targeting them. So that's where the issue of research comes into play. Because and how far and how much you know about the product or service that you are selling or whatever you are selling. So when I started, all this thing I'm saying, I learned it out of deep pain, because the mentality I always take to the marketplace is that everybody wants to relocate, so I need to get everybody. Everybody wants to make money. I need to get everybody. No, you don't need everybody. You just need a particular, okay, this person is a graduate, a fresh graduate, frustrated, out of no job, thinking of relocation. Is that the futures and the character? Is that the futures of the person you want to target? Write your content addressing and going straight to the person. Where will you find the person? So that's where you need to narrow down and do your research and know that, okay, which area of the whole process, is it to further his education in order to get a better paying job that you want to achieve, or is it for him to just relocate and get you get it? So many things. So you need marketing is all deep gone. So you need to be able to think on your own. All you just need is just to get the framework and you sit down on your own and be able. That's the more reason why I said that if you see my hard copy, if you copy it, that doesn't give you the guarantee that you're going to get the results I'm getting, because you don't know deep down the reason why I've put what I've put the content I've put together, how I've structured it and the rest. So it's not about the platform this time around. You can decide to major on Twitter, master how to sell on Twitter, you're going to sell. Master how to sell on Facebook, you're going to make the millions. Master how to sell on Instagram, you achieve LinkedIn and the rest. So it's just about you knowing the particular features. Okay, I hope I'm able to.
Yes, yes. And the thing about social media, let me look at that question. Social media platform is that you can, like I said before when I was presenting, if you want to do everything at the same time, you will wear yourself out and wear yourself thin. Like Dr. has said, I use all now. Like I use Twitter a lot, Facebook, Instagram. I'm barely on TikTok. I post now and then. I don't really understand TikTok, but I'm learning. But I started with Facebook and then I went to Twitter. Those are my two main ones. And then Instagram. Somebody was helping me manage Instagram, but I'm also posting a lot on Instagram myself. So master one. And then when you have mastered one, you can always spill over from Twitter. I spill over from Twitter to Facebook. I spill over so Twitter is my main. Then from Twitter, I get the material, post it on whatever is on Instagram is what came from Twitter. So I don't have to form another thing for Instagram again. So master one, the thing about mastering one, let people even know you for Facebook. And then from there, you can use that material and then put it in other social media platforms.
Like you, to buckle up what she's saying, I discovered a strategy to sell on Facebook recently, which I've been using, and I myself have been amazed with the results. And I doubt if so many people know the strategy. And how do I come about it? I just thought about it and I felt like, what if I try this thing this way? Wouldn't it make sense? And I tried it and it's working out for me. So I've created the ad. I've created the ads. I created the ads. You know, there's this saying that your ad gets saturated on Facebook. I've been able to quench that. At least I have my ad running now close to over 2 months. And it hasn't saturated at all.
Hasn't saturated. So the best thing for me is just to leave the ad there. If it's 200 naira or whatever, my ads are there. When I have ads, I just put $5 and forever.
Exactly. And that's also one thing. So if it's 10,000 that you have, don't think that you want to use that 10,000 to get to okay, the system needs, so this thing is not automatic, and the system needs to learn and understand the kind of people that will best serve you. And the longer your ad stays, the better it becomes over time. Because let's say you can't compare the results you're going to have if you are spending 500 naira every day, say for example.
Yeah.
And the beauty about it is that, okay, when you have enough money to spend more than 5 naira, you just simply upgrade, as in optimize your ad, edit it. There's a way to edit it. All those things are in the 72 IG. So just edit it. So you are spending 5 naira to 500 today. Okay, you've had enough. That's okay. Before that 500 before, okay, you've had enough that, okay, the next 10 days, before I can get, okay, I have, okay, let's say now you have 500, you have 5,000 naira to run the ads. So that means, okay, before you can get another money, that's another 20 days or 18 days. So ensure you just, that means you're going to spend 500 naira for the next 20 days. So that means before you, let's just assume before the expiry of the 20 days, just assume that you're not going to make any sales. And if any sales come, thank God. That means your capital is expanding. So that's just how to grow. But in a situation whereby you have 5,000 naira and you don't have any hope of getting another money by the time you spend 1,000 daily, or you spend 1,500 daily, before you exhaust that, you don't have another money to extend the ads. So if you stop it, so that means the system is still going to try all over again. The system is going to begin again. So instead of that, just use that 500 naira, spread it over the 20 days that you are sure that, okay, before, by the 21st day, you have another, let's say 5,000 or whatever, so that you use to extend it. And once you make the money, you put it back into the business till your business is stabilized, that you can start drawing from the capital. This thing is just, the beauty of online business is just that it allows you to start with almost zero. And if you understand your game and you are very calculative, you can grow that zero to millions in a couple of months or weeks. So that's where the long-term game comes into play.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Somebody is asking, when targeting, who do we target for the no hazard Canada Japa system? So I know that people reach out to me and ask me that they are running Facebook ads. What should they target? And I'm surprised because I know a lot of them are 72 IG students. That means they haven't gone to read 72 IG. So for each advert, well, I don't know, you can target as many people as you can. You can target few people. They are targeting people who are, their interest is Canada, studying in Canada, scholarships, living in Canada. I think those are interests that are already on Facebook. You can target that. Then if you talk about general targeting, basically everybody wants to Japa, in my opinion. Like a lot of people want to Japa. So it's people that are adults, probably from, if I'm doing my ads, I take from age 25 to 65. I don't take 18 years old. I don't target them. But of course, that's me. You understand? I don't know how other people do their targeting. But it's testing. It's
Exactly.
testing. You can't even ask me, sir. I can't even tell you.
There's no
because
one
I
way to
change
it.
my, exactly. Sometimes I duplicate my ad and change one or two things. So it's what might work for me, like Dr. said, might not work for you. It's good to know what other people are doing, so that helps you like think about you can start from there, and then of course, as you learn more about the system, you start changing it. Okay, who to target? You can target people that are bankers. There are some ads that you can even use for only bankers. You can say people that are working. You can say people that are mothers. You can target, you know how they say, call out your audience, so call out your prospects. You can do that, or you can do general. But well, that's what I did. Dr. Do you have anything to add to that? Targeting.
Every 99 points. If like one of Sheyi posts, Oshodi to Canada. So if Molue is parked at Oshodi, that who is ready, virtually everybody is ready. Just like I said earlier, virtually everybody will be interested to relocate, but not everyone will be. So your ad content is what matters, and the futures of the particular audience you are targeting. So as in your the features of of your prospect. Is he a banker? Are they medical doctors? Do you get it now? Are they medical doctors? Are they teachers? Are they engineers? Are they civil servants? Do you get it now? Are they scholarship seekers? Are they master seekers? Are they these? So they are unlimited. So you just need to think, sit down on your own. There's no one way to eat all. There's no one way to eat that, okay, oh, this is where you go to get the answer. No. So you just have to try, see what's working, what will work. Think on yourself. Think by yourself that, okay, this thing, okay, this thing, what if I do it this way? What if I do it this way? So, and if you get it right like this, you just become an authority on it. You repeat it, you optimize. So
so Uju is asking, does it mean we should not allow our ads to stop? If you can, yes, do not allow your ads to stop, like Dr. said, because as your ads is running, Facebook is getting more information about it, so they're able to target people more. If you stop your ad and start it again, that means the system has to now start learning all over again. So if it's 100 naira that you can put on your ads on a daily basis, put it so that the ad continues. Of course, you can always increase the amount, but make sure that if you have an ad, the ad continues to run. And then one other question that I know I probably touched when I was presenting, someone says, is it advisable to send leads straight to your WhatsApp or a website? Most people don't click on any website link. So what will you advise? I mean, the people that will not click on any website link, then how do they expect to get any information? Even WhatsApp, is it not a website? They not click on a link. If you come to me and you say you can't click on the link, well, I'm telling you, I got too bad. That's where the information is. That's why you need to be bold. It's where the information, exactly. I can't be typing what I've already put on website for you now. Click on it. You understand?
I have some people that contact me on my Facebook page, inbox messages. I need, can we chat here? I just give them my opt-in link. I don't pass any information. Can we chat? Can you give me your WhatsApp? Go through the funnel. If you are not going through the funnel, you don't have any business. So you have to just obey. So those are the people that actually need what you want. Don't allow them to dictate for you what to do, what they want. So those are areas where you screen, where you sort out, where you get your quality audience, where you get your quality leads. Not that okay, I read this this your post on how to relocate, and can you tell me what it takes and what are the things I need, and can you give me, you can't get my WhatsApp number in my inbox. Follow the link, follow my funnel, opt in. So when you opt in, where you are going to get my WhatsApp contact, or if you are not connecting me on WhatsApp, you get it in your email. So every information you need, you must pass through it. So whoever that passes through it are those that actually need the information. So those are the people that are referred to as quality leads, and people who are serious. Everybody wants to travel, but not everybody is humble enough to, or is serious about it. So most people are time wasters. And those are the things you will need to do to cut off their hands. So if you don't give me your name, you are not getting the information on my WhatsApp. If you do what I ask you to do. So that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, you can send people straight to WhatsApp. You can do that. I was doing straight to WhatsApp before. It's just that it's cumbersome. I don't do WhatsApp. So I mean, even if they come to WhatsApp, you will still give them link now. anybody that will not click your link, forget about them. Don't waste your time. There are
Everybody
other
is
people
not.
waiting. Yes. So I mean, you can't click a link and you want to go and study. How will you pay for? How will you pay for your? Will you do anything? You have to click link. So so that's it. And somebody is asking, I'm surprised at this question. I wouldn't have read it normally, but let me read it. The express entry and the Japa system, are they different? These are some of the people that haven't, I don't even know how, haven't studied the sales. And that's why I drill people before I add them to the group. You can't just be saying, yeah, let me add you. You must answer my series of questions. Do you understand? And then if somebody has told you the answer, we know, because I will ask you follow-up questions. Do you understand? So can you be asking whether the express entry and the Japa system, if they are the same, then they will be, one won't be called Japa system and one won't be called express entry now.
That's where the research I'm talking about comes into play. Sorry to say, this person, for example, now, how does he want to sell the product to someone? At least you need to know a little bit more than the person you want to sell to. Yeah. So obviously this person doesn't have any information. He just felt that, okay, there's this product, Japa system, there's this product. I'm not castigating you, but I'm just trying to encourage you and let you see where you are missing it and why you are getting the results you are getting now. So you need to equip yourself with much more information about this traveling of a team. So there are some people, in my funnel, I have a report also. In that report, I was able to get people who are skeptical about the study route to see themselves the reason why the study route is still the best for them. I've seen so many people after going through it, they just felt like, wow. Because I was able to break the whole process down for them to see, so that even when they read it, so they're already sold out, even before seeing Shei's video. So they're already sold out on so the issue of I've been able to cut off the objection of is expensive. There is no traveling package that is not expensive. If you don't have money, even if you want to go through express entry and the work route that you are shouting, do you know how long it takes for the visa processing? See the frustration of people who are taking it. So I've been able to explain it, show them proof, and let them to see before they even say hello to me or ask me any question. So by the time they finish it, they are even eager to say, okay, what does he have to offer? So most people don't even ask me. They already see me as, this guy is, because I'm a guardian and counselor to them. So I'm not an agent. I'm a travel guardian and counselor. So I will give you the information you need. So I'm not processing it for you, but I have someone who is an expert who has done it in our own capacity and has the information and who has his results to show for it. So
someone is asking what creative performs better for you, Doctor? Videos or pictures? Wow.
I use pictures. Okay. I've not even used video for once.
That's interesting. Yeah, I use videos, and I know a lot of other people use videos. So I guess they both work.
Yes,
I guess it depends. Doctor uses pictures. I use videos. So you can try it. You can try a combination of. You can try to use pictures. You can use videos. But when you use pictures, I guess you have to. What kind of pictures, Doctor? What like?
I use what I've learned about Facebook is that I use normal pictures, as in normal human pictures, as in I use ladies pictures. So my target audience are mature people. So my post is all just always like normal post on Facebook.
Okay.
So if you are not, if you are not that person that is so deep into, maybe you understand marketing, or you know that there's this particular post, and so when you are scrolling through, you just see it as just normal post that okay, and I think this thing is interesting, no. So my advert is not seen as an advert.
And an advert, yeah. That's
So
good. And that's the selling without selling.
yeah.
Okay, somebody is asking, I think the question is for Dotun. What phone do you use and how many views does it currently handle? My phone keeps hanging from too much views. Hey, champion,
Yeah.
this person, your phone is hanging. You have to go and buy a
How
bigger
many?
phone, I guess.
And
How
what
many
you
views
what
do you
actually
even have? The person didn't even say, shouldn't be too much views. Wow, that's a good
okay.
problem.
Okay. I think I have over 2,000 now. I've been getting 2,000 views now
Okay, the person
as
said
of
close to
recent.
2,000. Does your phone hang?
My
I guess
phone,
that's a normal thing. My own phone hangs though.
I discover, yes, yeah, it hangs, but I discovered that you have to work on a very good phone with high RAM.
Yeah.
So like now I was using 4 gig RAM before. So I discover I need to get the one I'm using now actually is 4 gig RAM phone. So, and it's not hanging. It's not hanging, but I've gotten another one that is 8. So if you don't, WhatsApp marketing converts easily. So that's one of the reasons, and it has a very limited number of people before you start having issues. So, and according to some of the top affiliates that are on this WhatsApp whatever. So I think Caleb in specific, I think he said the maximum a phone can take is 21,000 contacts. By the time your phone, that's the reason why they went
1,000
ahead
is a
buying.
lot.
Yes, so that's why they went ahead buying the S22 whatever, which is like 12 gig RAM. So by the time with that 12 gig RAM, by the time you put it, you get it now. So by the time you start updating your status, so it will be, as in, the issue of hanging of a thing, at least it will be minimal to some extent. So you can't compare someone using 12 gig RAM or 8 gig RAM to someone using 2 gig or 1 gig RAM phone. So if
So
you
I
want
guess
to
you get
use
a better
so
phone.
if you want to use WhatsApp, you can start with it. You can start with it, but be very goal driven to know that over time the phone won't be useful for you, as you start having problem with it, updating and the rest. So
Yeah, it's funny because just before I started the webinar, I was chatting with Kenny. I think everybody knows Kenny Okoye, and we're talking about this hanging of a phone thing. I was trying to ask him for like some kind of insight on it, and he was just laughing that that's hanging. It's just normal. So, but I guess that as you continue to increase your phone to a higher RAM, it gets better. Someone says, "How long have you been selling Japa system?" It's just a few months now. I can remember when Dotun contacted me. We fought first. First of all, fought.
That should be January or February or so.
Yeah, we fought small before it now started. So, I mean, if it's January or February, so that's about 10, 11 months, less than a year. Yeah. And the Japa system went to Expertner in November or so. Yeah. I think it was about November, so we're not even up to a year.
No, the reason why I came for the Japa system was actually the niche, the travel niche is what I know back and front. As in agents, I'm also an agent. There's nothing an agent can use to bamboozle me, or do you get it? I know it. It's what, do you get it? Is what, so the research I need to do, or whatever I need to, so that's where the issue, that's where the issue of research of a thing goes a long way. I think the guy I'm also learning from, I talked about earlier, Caleb O'Dowd. The guy said, okay, he's a protege of Gary Abbott. The guy said, he said if Gary is to come up with a copy, it will take I think almost 90% of the time duration is the time he will use for research. So he's going to tell us the level, as in how important research is. So for you to be able to get the desired results, so the level, your knowledge level about the product you are selling must be top notch, as in, at least, because most people that you are going to be prospecting for it, at least they need to see that level of this person. I think he knows what he's saying. He understands. Do you get it now? So for them to be able to see you, as in to buy into whatever you are recommending or telling them to do. So, and also, when Sheyi organizes a webinar, I discover most affiliates are after attending the webinar. I've tried as much as possible to notice and one thing is that not all your prospects will attend. So those that are keen to attend, you are not supposed to be at the webinar. You are supposed to be outside, sending them to the webinar, showing them how to log in. Some of them have not accessed the have not Zoom class before. So find a way to drag them to the webinar. The few ones that wants to attend, try as much. Not that you will be at the webinar and you are saying most of the affiliates will bombard the webinar with, and you. One thing I've noticed that the first 30 minutes are is what most of the prospects want to, as in the information. By the time Sheyi gets to the question and answer section, most of them are already dropping. So then you can now decide that, okay, you want to enter the webinar, you want to see what's happening. So at least give that first 30, 45 minutes. Just give it, drag them to the webinar, guide them on how to access it. You are promoting Sheyi, and they need to be able to see Sheyi and be able to trust you that, okay, you are not a scammer. That's one powerful tool that Sheyi is using that most people are not taking advantage of. So that webinar of a thing, get them to see it and try as much as possible to do enough promotion, enough awareness for it. But although as for me, I don't start the promotion of the webinar until after a few days to like 4 or 5. Like it's always on Saturday. I think I normally start by Wednesday or Thursday, and that's because as a result of I already have a large followers, large audience. So I always, because some people are always like, maybe she will give discount. Maybe she will give. So I already know the strategy and how I'm going to bombard them to get them to know. So the moment I start promoting it on Wednesday, or everything I'll be saying is just about the webinar. And I have over, at least I'm very sure I'll have over 1,000 views in a day. So if you don't see it today, you are going to see it and you are going to contact me. You are going to make a request, even though I know I'm still going to send you, but I'm still going to oblige you to make a request for the link before I give you. So if you are interested, contact me. So, and I don't bombard them on WhatsApp with messages, no. So get them to make demands. So don't bombard them, don't. So
Okay. Somebody's asking for the monthly webinar. So yes, we have the monthly webinars. There's no fixed date, unfortunately, because I have to also fit it into my own schedule. But we try and do it once a month. And like Dotun is saying, it is a marketing tool as well. I have a lot of people on my list that came in through that webinar. So I mean, if you're not promoting the webinar, I'm wondering, like he said, it's also an authority building tool. You understand? So they're actually seeing the person on the other side and they know that you're not lying. And then you can use it to build a group or a list. You understand? Send them to, don't advertise the webinar link, advertise your group link or your list, your email list or whatever. When they go there, that is where you start grooming them. So that's how you build that email list. That's how you build that group. In the group, that's where you now announce this is the link, and then you're able to now give them information. On the webinar day, every hour, tell them it's 6 hours to the time, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. The room is now open, go there. Your job is to make sure that you're pushed, so you're a facilitator to make sure they're attending the webinar. Sometimes, I mean, with discount, I cannot give a discount on all the webinars. It will now look like people are waiting for webinars. Exactly. Buy. I can't do that. And that's why when people come to the webinars, they are expecting discount. There's no discount. I like that disappointment. So yeah. So that is why I see my webinars are not for discounts, and I'm not desperate to sell. There's no desperation in the selling of the Japa system. Do you understand? Then you should have no desperation. So it's usually once a month, and I announce it on time, and it's better to start promoting it like a few days to the time, like Dr. said. Some person is still talking about the phone. What's the name of the phone? I think he said S20. S22 or something. That should be. That should be Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung.
One phone, 500K.
Wow. If you never chop affiliate money, if you never chop affiliate money, no be phone where you go fee face. So but you can achieve it.
You can get there.
Yes. So most of the guys using it. So they didn't start there. So that's the more reason why. That's the more reason it's a long-term game. So just put your mind at rest that is achievable. So consistency and with right mindset. That's just it.
Okay, someone wrote, this is for us athletes, and this is a real problem. Some athletes will enter your WhatsApp pretending to be potential prospect just to get information on your strategies. Please, Shay, can you let them know that this move is wrong? Even the person doing it knows it's wrong. You understand? The person doing it knows that it's wrong. I mean, sin is attractive, and then it's somebody that is probably desperate to get information and all that. So telling them will not. They're not my children. I can't beat them. But the thing is that once you recognize them, you kick them out. Maybe expose them even in the group so that other people can save their number. I mean, if they see them in their own group, they kick them out. I think that's the only way we can do it. Report them so that we know their numbers and then star them. I have people I star on my list, and I know that these ones are troublemakers. I know where to block them and all that. So star them. They can never enter in. There are some people on my list. Their name is do not add. That's their name. So if maybe I see them in a group, I boot them out. They are already marked. Do not add is what I save them as. So if you expose them, then we can know them. That's the only way. People do it, I know. There are people on my list too that are athletes. Well, they can be there. I don't even have problem with them, but really it's bad.
The issue is that there's no way you can do without it. And the most annoying fact is that seeing your strategy doesn't give them the result until they ask you. That's just what most people don't know. So if you don't know what brought about what I'm posting, you can't say that you want to post the same thing because you don't know the audience that I have. You get it? So it's just out of ignorance, and
It's
so it's
desperation.
just
You
better.
know, sometimes
Yes,
some people
it's
don't
just
want
better.
to learn,
Yeah.
they just want shortcuts.
Yes.
And really,
It's,
the truth
it's
is
just
that
better you ask. I think I
yes,
have
you
like
ask.
2 or 3
Yeah.
other people like that.
It's better
I
you
think
ask.
the guy, yes, the guy said that okay, you just want to learn. Blah, 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 blah. He said that even if it were to be, if I were to charge him for my time, I just said no problem. That we should just talk the following morning. I think around 11 or so, and we spoke for like, was it not 30 minutes or 1 hour? And I explained what I have to explain to him. This thing is just about you just trying.
Mm-hmm.
Ask questions. Try. You can't copy anybody. So that's just it. Ask, what are you doing? How do you think I can go about it? If the person were to charge you, if it's okay by you, take it. If it's not okay, go to another person.
Yeah.
So you can't copy anybody. Thinking that you can copy whatever someone is doing, you're just wasting your time because you're going to lose focus on what you know.
You're going to lose your own focus. Yeah. Okay. Someone is asking, like you've asked this question before and I've answered. They are asking few tips of what you are doing to increase your sales conversion. So all the things, what this whole webinar and everything we are talking is about. You should be taking notes. There's no way you haven't seen 1 or 2 things that you can implement from these 2 hours almost 2 hours that we've talked. You must have seen something that you can implement. So that's what Dr. has been talking about. And that's what I've been saying too. Somebody's asking for your WhatsApp number. Dr. Can I have your WhatsApp? Have your WhatsApp number? In trouble. Dr. is in the group now. Dr. is in the group with all of you, but well, I don't know. Over to you, Dr. If you put your WhatsApp number here now.
You know what?
Yeah.
The issue is my WhatsApp number. The reason why I won't be able to give my WhatsApp number, WhatsApp, we have a limited contact on WhatsApp. So it's just better. Okay, let me give you
Is there any number you can give?
And that's what I'm looking at. Let me see. Okay, let me give you my 00 360 80 262.
Okay, 080 360 80 262.
360.
360.
Yeah, 360 80 262.
Okay. So I've put it in the chat. So that's Dotsun's number. Then a final question. Somebody said there are people who don't even read, only to call you. How do you handle them? If they're calling you, the way you handle them is answer the call now. I mean, calling is also one of the ways to follow up.
Yeah.
Calling is even, at least you can even trash it out there and you know
Okay.
whether this person is a quality lead or not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I used to get that also. So if you call me, if I don't have your number, if you call me, if I'm available, I pick. And when I pick, you ask me questions. Can you explain? Have you seen the video? You just have to see the video before we can go ahead, because I still have my own. Because that's the essence of the video. The information you want to hear from me is already in the video. It's better you watch it. So after you might have seen the video, we can now talk further. So I think that's possibly closing of the sales. Yeah. And if you chat me, that's okay. Can I chat you, or can I chat you? Okay. Have you seen the video? Or I can say, okay, possibly after you might have seen the video, you can have a much better talk. So seeing that video is very crucial and important. So that's okay. Like someone now, I think the man chatted me yesterday. That's okay. That's okay. Can I call you or something? Then have you seen the video? He said, I no, it's not about the video, blah 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 blah. Blah. He just needs to, he's going to the office now, blah blah blah. He just needs to. So by the time he called me, he explained, okay, what are the things? What I think you need to get, and okay, he's already informed about the whole process. In his own case, he doesn't want to go through an agent. So, and the man hasn't seen the video, so he doesn't want to go through an agent, and he believes in investing into information. So I just told him that okay, it's just about you getting an admission, and once you get an admission, how to process your visa. So those are the 2 steps that is required. So just ask me, okay, does he need IELTS? I said no, he doesn't need IELTS under the study route. So just ask one of 2 questions. So with that, you're able to, he doesn't even bother to, so he already promised ordering this coming week. He hasn't seen the video. So, there's people like that. So those are high quality leads. So he's very busy, he's a very busy person, but he doesn't mind investing in information. He knows that information is power, blah, blah, blah. No. So there are some people like that you see. So
yeah, there are people like that. And then someone asked, that happens to me too. Some prospects demand for video calls to be sure that you are dealing with who they are dealing with. If somebody asks personally, Oshayi, they ask me for video, I don't grant video calls. I just tell you, I am sorry, I do not grant video calls. You can check my social media handles or something. Do you understand? I'm telling you that I am who I am. It's either okay, go to this is the link, and this link is like a public link. I send them to my sales page. I go there. I don't grant video calls. I don't know, I'm a bit averse to it. You understand? I can do a voice whatever for you, and then if you hear my voice, I don't know, but I don't. It depends on you. Do you understand?
yeah.
You have to take a stand. You have to be fair but firm. Do you understand? Don't allow people to just toss you. If not, they will just. Some people want to call, and when I ask them, what do you want to call? They want, if customers, they are asking flippant. They just spend 30 minutes. Wasted my time. Just so that's like, if you want to call now, you have to tell me what you're calling about. People will just be, sometimes they don't even know what they want to call about. They just want to call. Talk about something before I even take more questions. The issue of after you have sold to people, the issue of helping them. We had one issue with this Jide Waju, taking money from people in various guises. I found out who Jide Waju is. Like, I've caught him basically. And he was actually contacting me on 3 different numbers with 3 different names, tossing me about. Do you understand? But I found him out, and he came to me asking to be added to the group. It was that I do my interviews before I add people to the group. It was in the process of interviewing him. His name was Jide, but it wasn't the number. Do you understand? Unfortunately for him, someone now gave me that same number. I asked him, he took me to another number that I still had saved. I saved your number with the name you gave me. He still had saved. Eventually he confessed that people said, I take time to respond. So they came back to him. So he now offered to help. But you are not helping. You offered to help with the intention of taking money from people. Someone has reached out to me and said one of my affiliates wants to help them, and they said it's 1 million naira for study and visa processing. Okay, if you are collecting 1 million naira for them, but do you know what you're doing? You don't want to collect money from people and then their visas are refused or they don't get admission. And now the fallback is on the Japa system. Do you understand? I know there are agents here, there are agents in the group, there are agents who are also doing their own thing. But please do let them know that it's not me, it's you. You can do it if it's something that you are knowledgeable enough to do. But don't take money from people and run away the way Jide Waju was doing. He will take the money and run, intending to help them. I'm surprised that people saw Jide Waju and would think he's my husband. or my whatever. He did a lot, and he told me some of the things he did by himself. Thank God for prayer and for God and for God's mercy. So please, integrity of the product is important, and your own integrity is important. Jide Waju now, people are is all over here. Jide Waju is not his real name anyway. He has a real name. I have his name. Do you understand? But he has promised to pay back the money that he took from people, and I've given him a time to pay. After that time, he doesn't pay. I'm going to go to Expatner as well as seller and also put his details out there. Do you understand? Unfortunately, he has an accomplice that is in the group. He was working, and this person says he's not an accomplice, but people were paying money to your own account as well. So you can't say you were not an accomplice. You understand? So please, let us be careful with our own integrity. There are people that are desperate, I know, that are ready to give us any amounts. People call me, they don't want to hear anything. How much?
That's their language.
Should we use to do the package?
Package.
Package. Really, I hear package. I caution myself and I tell them the way you are doing, someone will take your money very soon and run away. Do you understand? So it's tempting. But don't allow that temptation to get to you that you begin to take money and you don't. Visa is not beans. It's not beans. So admission is okay. It's not beans. I'm telling you, the immigration lawyers that we use, if you know how much they are taking, and it's not as if even with that level of competence, there's no 100% guarantee. So that fear is even there. Then for somebody who doesn't even know what they're doing. You don't understand? So please, I just needed to put that in. I know it's happening a bit. People reach out to me and they say, this person said they can pay this. It's happening. The funny thing is that they will still come and tell me because they are trying to find out if it's real. They will come and ask me. And I will ask them, what did the person say? They will just screenshot your chat and send. Do you understand? So that's how I know some of these things. But please, I'm not scolding. I'm just saying be careful. If you are an agent and you can help them, then help them. Don't promise. Don't go and use accounts. You know that account thing they do is a problem. Okay, so please let's be careful. So after one buys the guide, to what degree do they have access to you? I don't understand this question. They have access now. They have my number. They are on my email list. They can send me emails, and they also have my number. They can chat me, but they have to understand that I am on a different time zone. You understand? I have people call me at 2 a.m. That's why I put my phone on silent. They will be calling. They don't understand I'm sleeping. I don't. Yes, I'm sleeping with somebody. They will not like it. You understand? So they need to understand that I wake up. By the time I wake up, 9 o'clock, by the time I start my day at 9, so maybe 3 p.m. in Nigeria, somebody has sent a message this morning and they feel they are being ignored. They are not. I'm just, do you understand? So I put that in my communication. You too need to let them know. Rather than coming to tell me, Shay, somebody sent message since you haven't answered. Well, they sent it at 2 a.m. and at 10 a.m. I'm just getting to my phone. And I have a way of answering. I prioritize who I answer first before the other person. Do you understand? So there's a way I prioritize the way I respond. And sometimes if I don't have your number, so if this person is a fresh person, they might be on the last priority, except they are somebody who just bought and they are complaining of login. So there's a way I do it anyway. So, but they have access to me. They do, but not for flippant things, but they do have access. This person seems to have a lot of questions. I don't know why you're grilling me like this. I also want to know if there are other services around there apart from the Japa system. I don't understand what you mean by other services. So we have, well, I don't know. We have visa processing and we have admission processing. We have GCMS notes. We have SOP writing. All those things. Whatever it is that they need to help them with their admission and visa, we also help with that. We also review SOPs, CVs free of charge for customers. Okay, so long as you contact us with the email address that you used to purchase, we will review your SOP, tell you what to change, not review as in rewrite it, tell you, talk about this more, change this paragraph, or you haven't talked about this, or whatever. We do that free of charge. So those are the other services. So I think that this is all that we can take for today. And I'm very grateful for those of us who have stayed. We started with a certain number, but people have dropped off. But if you have stayed up till now, you have done well. We'll try and do this on a monthly basis. And of course, we welcome ideas of people we can invite and ideas of what we can talk about. I know people want to talk about email list building, doing ads on Facebook and things like that. So if I know these things ahead of time, I can try and contact a couple of people who will agree to come and talk. And then, of course, other affiliates that things that are doing well, even those that sell 20, 30, 10 on a consistent basis, people have skills as well. We're also going to be getting them to talk to us to share their own experiences. And then we can also learn from that. Okay. So thank you, everybody. I think this is where we'll call it a day. I didn't record it from the beginning because I don't want it to be a recorded webinar. I want people to actually come to it. If you're interested, come here. Okay, so people shouldn't ask me for the recording. Okay, Dotun, I'm very, very grateful, even though we didn't see your video, but you did give us the tips that I hope that some of us can use to start making a difference in our business and then understand that long-term view. It is so important to have that long-term view. If you need to get a job while you are doing it before you stabilize, get a job. If you need to do other side hustles, do you understand? So that you won't be under pressure. So you have that long-term view. And before you know it, you start building your business. And this business is like a rolling stone. Once you start gathering speed, even you too, you'll be amazed that what is happening. Nothing was happening before. Now it seems as if everything is happening at once. That's how it is. You are building, everything you're doing is building. And at the point, it will just start manifesting. Okay. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening or night. And then talk to you later. Dr. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Okay, so that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.